It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From the Galaxy on the campus of Nottingham High School, we welcome you to coverage of the Central Jersey Group 3 first round here on WBCB, where today it's the reigning Group 3 state champs, the 9 seed, the Colts Cougars, taking on the number 8 seed, Nottingham Northstars. And a pleasant good evening to everybody. Alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Well, Fish, Colts Neck, the reigning state champions, they've been kind of middle of the road this year as a number 9 seed. 12-12 overall record, and they've really struggled away from home. Just 3-10 in true road games. This is a team built on their defense. They allowed less than 48 points per game. They hail from the Shore B North Division. That is the best mark in that division, giving up under 48 points a game. And taking on this Nottingham squad that finds themselves back in the sectional tournament for the first time in 2 years, and they've really enjoyed success here at home. 13-4 record here inside the Galaxy this season, and they've played very well in the first round of sectional tournaments over the years. 6 straight first round wins, and they're going to be looking to continue that success here tonight.
Yeah, well, if you talk to the Baron, this is about the toughest 12-12 team you're ever going to see. Nottingham coach Chris Raba, we exchanged texts today, and he said, and I quote, "We are going to have to play one of our best games of the year to compete with them. They have state championship DNA, and they know how to compete and win." And, you know, even though they graduated 3 seniors from that state championship team, they have some key guys back who were contributor last year. And they beat 2 Mercer teams in last year's CJ3 tournament, including Ewing in the championship game at Colts Neck. Their head coach, Steve Janarone, was the New Jersey Coach of the Year last year after getting his team to peak at the right time. And Raba feels that the Cougars have the 2 best players on the floor tonight in their senior point guard, Dylan Younger, and sophomore 2 guard, Nate Sloan, who he calls a beast. Sloan averages 18 points per game, while Younger averages nearly 15 and leads the team with 70 assists and 41 steals. And Sloan was Sloan's brother was their big star last year, averaging close to 19. He graduated. So Nottingham, they have to watch Sloan on the perimeter. He's hit 36 3-pointers. But the Colts are actually a bigger threat inside. They like to get into the paint off of penetration, then maybe drop the ball off, or if they have to, kick it out. So the North Stars really got to be aware and defend everybody on the interior. Now, Raba points out that Sloan has 397 points and Younger has 327. And Nottingham's top point producer is Harry Bissett with 284. But that's a little misleading because Nottingham never depends on just 1 or 2 guys to score. And, you know, when you look at the team scoring, Colts Neck only averages 46.6 points a game. Nottingham scores at a 55 per game clip. But it's not going to be easy to fill it up against these guys. As you mentioned, Colts Neck plays a very, very tough man-to-man defense. So Nottingham's going to have to be careful, watch their passes, guard the ball well. Stars have whereas Colts Neck is 2 guys that really do a lot of the scoring. Nottingham obviously has a balanced attack. Harry Bissett, Liam Cox, Quashawn Roberts, James Rumpf, all between 187 and 284 points. Thomas Coleman out from the outside with 27 threes. Bissett and Roberts have exactly 100 threes between them. So we'll see how they cover them on the perimeter and wherever else they travel to. And here's the other thing. Colts Neck has 12 losses. 7 of them have been by 7 points or less. So they know how to hang in games. It's not like they get blown out. So this is going to be a dogfight despite the disparity in the records. And as you mentioned, Nottingham really good here. Colts Neck not good on the road. We have seen this place get loud. And when Nottingham starts to get steals and transition buckets, it can really, really heat up. So they're hoping to do some of that tonight. Colts Neck is hoping to keep it at a slower pace, obviously. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be exciting. It's state tournament time. This is what you like. You like seeing these teams from other conferences. And listen, these short teams have come into Mercer as lower seeds a lot. Not a lot, but a good amount of times, and have sprung the upset. So you can't really bank on anything. And as far as seeding goes, this is an 8-9 game. So, you know, it's really like an even game. Only getting 8, you get to come here, you get to be home instead of going on the road. So.
Yeah, it is kind of like a toss-up, right, this 8-9 game. However, in the last 5 Central Jersey Group 3 tournaments, the 8 seed actually 4-1 in those 5 tournaments. The lone 9 seed to win was Freehold Borough last season, and then they got upended by Colts Neck in the semis after they took down the number 1 seed in that tournament last year. And Fish, Friday night state tournament team, so a state tournament game, I can almost guarantee it's going to be rocking here inside the Galaxy. So make sure you stay tuned. Tip-off coming up next. Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the New Jersey Education Association, Kessel Dermatology, Haldeman Ford, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, and the Hamilton Township Education Association. Well, we got the Central Jersey 4 bracket underway last night. Let's get the Central Jersey 3 bracket underway tonight. Tip-off between Colts Neck and Nottingham right after this on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Teams will provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, religion shall not be tolerated. It's subject to violator to ejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. Now it's time to meet the visitors, the Colts Neck Cougars. Starting at guard, sophomore number 15, Nate Sloan. Starting at guard, senior number 0, Liam Colora. Starting at forward, senior number 44, Andrew Popovich. Starting at guard, senior number 3, Aiden Bain. Starting at guard, senior number 10, Dylan Younger. Head coach of the Cougars, Steve Jerome, assisted by Steve Russell, and Ricky Steven. Now it's time. Let's put our hands together for your Nottingham Northstars. Starting at forward, senior number 12, Dante Pascal. Starting at forward, senior number 13, Chris Dornbell. Starting at forward, senior number 21, Leon. Starting at guard, junior number 5, James Rupp.
Primary Care Network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Back here from Nottingham, about set to get this Central Jersey Group 3 9-8 game underway. Colts Neck and Nottingham taking a look at the starters. First for the visiting Colts Neck Cougars, they go with the starting five of the senior Liam Kalora, senior Aiden Bain, senior Dylan Younger, sophomore standout Nate Sloan, and senior forward Andrew Tomkovich. As for Nottingham, their starting five: junior James Rumpf, junior Harry Bissett, senior Dante Vasquez, senior Chris Dormerville, and the third senior in the starting lineup, Liam Cox. Nottingham, they've been a streaky squad this season, win streaks of 3, 4, and 5, but they enter this game losers of 3 of their last 4. As for Colts Neck, they've been struggling as well. They've lost 7 of their last 9, and off we go here in the Central Jersey Group 3 first round.
Officials tonight, Alex Hager and Sharkner Mashad, who we had last night at Trenton, and also the Big E, Eric Fink.
This is Dylan Younger, second on the team in scoring at 14.7 points per game. Swung around the perimeter into the hands of Aiden Bain, and then that pass hit the back of the head of Liam Cox and careened out of bounds.
And a fan had to make a play on that one. Looks like maybe the cheerleading coach. You know, you got enough to do coaching the cheerleaders. You can't be fielding basketballs.
Well, you know, we got to be with our heads on a swivel down here, Fish, with where we're located.
Yeah. It's a tough job, pal, but somebody's got to do it.
That's exactly right. This is the 6'2 senior Liam Kalora, taking on a much larger role as a senior this season. Colts Neck, from their Group 3 title run last year, they graduated 4 of their top 5 leading scorers, and they turn it over on the opening possession. Here comes Rumpf to the cup for 2.
Well, that's a great start for Nottingham.
James Rumpf, the 6-foot junior guard, averages 7.5 per game. It's been quiet recently, but a good start for him, and back-to-back turnovers now for Colts Neck. Cox leads the charge and gets fouled in transition by Dylan Younger.
And you can see Nottingham, they want to score in transition. 2 steals, 2 pushes it, 1 turn into a layup, the other into a foul.
And you know these guys on Nottingham, they're very excited to be back in the sectional tournament after missing it last season.
Yeah, sure. Oh.
Another foul. This one goes against Liam Kalora.
Yeah, I don't think there was any doubt about that one. That was as wide open in front of everybody as you could see.
And Nottingham, right, a couple of years ago, back in 2024, they were the 2 seed in this bracket. They got upset by number 7 Freehold Borough, who actually went on to win the Central Jersey Group 3 title.
Yeah, these short teams.
Ooh, good cut that time. Vasquez denied, however, by Tomkovich.
Yeah, great job hitting the cutter, but Tomkovich, great job covering up and getting the block.
And then an air ball on the fadeaway from Younger. Ball out of bounds, last hit by Koltzneck. So far, the Fish, these first 90 seconds, about what we expected. A defensive battle in this one.
Yeah.
Here's Harry Bissett, one of the top 3-point shooters in the conference. Trying to bank that one up and in was Cox to no avail. Younger at the controls for Koltzneck. A Cougars team they've played a lot of close games this season. Half their games have been decided by 6 points or fewer.
Well, let's watch Sloan. Dante Vasquez drew the assignment on Sloan.
This is Sloan's first touch, and he makes a nice move to get around his man, but left the push shot short. 2-0 Nottingham early on in this one. Bissett fakes, drives, floats, and hits. Early timeout called by Steve Jannerone. Nottingham with a quick 4-0 spurt, and they're doing it with their defense leading to offense.
Yeah, right now, yep. A couple of turnovers and a couple missed shots by the Chargers.
And I'll let you know that celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business.
Well, I call them the Chargers. They're the Cougars. Little brain fade there.
Just like we said yesterday, right? It's only month number 3. We're still getting things ironed out.
Still easing into this season.
Nottingham, they're going to pick up some press. Koltzneck, a fantastic job to break it. That's picture perfect.
Yep.
And it's finished off by Tomkovich underneath.
Yeah, that's textbook zone break there, or press break. Zone break, Chargers.
We know what you mean, as Bissett pulls up on the baseline and knocks it down. So an early 4 for the junior Harry Bissett. The only player on this team averaging double figures. He scores just under 11 a night. Younger out to Bain. They swing it around the perimeter. Kalora this time, back to Younger. Dormerville's got his assignment. Sloan thought about the corner triple, thinks better of it. Younger sizing up Dormerville, pulls it out. 1-on-1, spins into the lane, and he got fouled.
Yeah, made that quick spin move to get by, and there's nothing you can do but foul him.
And for Dormerville, of course, a very tough assignment. Got to believe he's going to be out on the perimeter guarding a guy like Younger or Nate Sloan all night long, and he picks up his first foul right there. Dylan Younger, last time that Koltzneck was in action, it was last Friday against Holmdel, a 66-55 loss. Younger just 8 points in that one. That snapped a streak of 12 consecutive games in double figures for him. Dylan Younger, this team's leading returning scorer. Splits a pair at the line. And the 6-foot senior's on the board with his first point. Winner of this game gets the winner of the 116 matchup on Monday, which is Lawrence against Steinert doing battle this evening.
And Nottingham would love to have another, well, they wouldn't have a far ride, whoever wins that game.
Bissett hits the heel with the triple off of a weave play that saw all 5 players touch the basketball. And now it's Koltzneck, a chance to tie this one up with a triple.
Should Nottingham win, they either have to drive to Lawrence or they're home right here against Steiner.
Younger orchestrating the offense for Steve Jannerone's Cougars. Into the lane they go with Sloan, and he's 0 for 2 to start. Nottingham doing a good job containing sophomore Nate Sloan, who averages 18 points per game. He's one of the better sophomores in the state.
Yep, good basketball family, I guess. I mean, his older brother lit it up last year.
Yeah, it was his older brother scoring 27 points in Colts Neck's first round win last year, and the Cougars do a good job to force the turnover. Here comes Bain, spins down Main Street, but can't flip it in. Rebound out of bounds, last hit by Nottingham.
Well, you can see these guys do. They like to take it to the rack, and they like to use that spin move. We've seen a couple, 2-3 times at that. They go that way.
Younger looking for an outlet. And before he could fire that in, I think they called that Nottingham went over the baseline. Nope, they call a foul on Liam Cox.
Liam Cox, okay.
So another chance now for Younger to inbound it. He's still looking for help and finally fires it to Sloan. Sloan, the 6'4" sophomore. He scored 20 or more points, Fish, 9 times this year, but an interesting stat, when he scores 20 or more, the team is just 3 and 6.
That is interesting.
9 and 6 when he scores under 20. Good job breaking down this zone, and Bain buries the triple.
I guess that just tells you when everybody else is getting involved, they're a more dangerous team. You know, but to have him out there, teams have to worry about him, so maybe that opens it up for the other guys.
And Colts Neck, they're a team that wants to keep this game in the 40s, and they force another steal. Excellent Euro, is a little too good. That's going to be a travel. Liam Calora, one too many steps, it's going the other way.
Yeah, he took a little hop, then came down and took the step. I don't think you can argue with that one.
Yeah, Colts Neck, they want to see a final score of like 48-44. If this game gets into the 50s or even the 60s, that's where Nottingham is going to feel like they have the major advantage. Dormerville spins, floats, no, but a foul.
That might be on Younger. If it is, it's his second. Yeah, that's his second. Yeah, that is not good for Colts Neck.
So Chris Dormerville finds himself at the line. The senior averaging 7 points per game. He can't get the roll in the first. Dormerville in his last 2 games just 6 points per game, and that was after a career-high scoring stretch that saw him score double figures in 4 straight games. He averaged 14 points per game over that span. Scored a career-high 23 on Valentine's Day against Robbinsville. So far, Colts Neck doing a nice job breaking down this full-court press.
Yeah, and they're generally keeping Younger in with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Nottingham may want to go at him.
Here's another 3 from Bain. That one's off. Rebound Sloan. Can't get the roll. Third chance, and Nate Sloan gets on the board.
Yeah, tenaciousness there by Nate Sloan.
And speaking of tenaciousness, he's able to force the turnover. He was hounding Dormerville along the sideline, then he was the last to hit it.
And Nottingham did a nice job of protecting the ball first part of this quarter. And they got 3 turnovers now and about their last 3 or 4 or 5 trips down.
This is the first lead for the reigning Group 3 state champions, looking to add to it. Sloan thought about hoisting. Gets tripped up and gave it away. Fast break chance, 4-on-1, but the pass goes right through the hands of Vasquez. He's a quarterback, Fish. He's not used to being on the receiving end.
That's right. Deshaun Roberts coming in for Vasquez.
Roberts, he's a guy playing some of the best basketball of his career recently, averaging over 11 points per game in his last 6. He scored 16 last Friday against Delran. That was the 3rd most of his young career.
Vasquez out now. They're Nottingham switching to zone.
That one right through the wickets of Younger. Roberts comes with the press. Bain and Younger playing catch with it. Bain's got 3. Younger's got just 1. This is a Colts Neck team. They're going to play a very deliberate style of offense.
Yeah, sure
Not in any hurry here in the closing minute of the first quarter. Younger fires away, can't get it. Rebound hauled in by Liam Cox. And now 45 seconds to go in this first quarter. Let's see how Chris Raba's squad decides to play it. They're gonna run this weave again. Cox down the lane, up off glass, no. Rebound batted in the air and controlled by Sloan. Colts Neck on top 8-7. Final 30 seconds here in the first quarter of the Central Jersey Group 3 opening round.
And this is the perfect pace right now for the Cougars. 8-7. They'll take a 32-28 game.
They've only scored over 55 points just 4 times this season and have done so just once since January 10th. They're a defensive-oriented squad. Younger was all out of control and he gave it away. And now just 1 second is all that remains for Nottingham.
Frustrating for Colts Neck, run it down and then just turn it over.
The set into Dormerville, got it off. It's going to fall well short. And a low-scoring opening 8 minutes here from the Galaxy. Colts Neck holding an 8-7 lead here in the Central Jersey Group 3 first round. We'll take a break. Second quarter action after this on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merle Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. To find out more, you can visit saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes is proud to sponsor today's game. The Hamilton Township Division of Health is offering a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everybody to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. You could visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information.
One thing Nottingham has to do better, Jordan, is hit the boards a little more. Right now they're getting out rebounded 8-3.
This Nottingham team, they started out the game on top 4-0. Steve Jannerone was forced to call an early timeout. And since then, it's an 8-3 Colts Neck run as they lead by a point. Bissett, the reset triple. It was all around the rim until falling into the hands of Younger.
He was looking for that shooter's bounce, but not that time.
Sloan from the corner, can't connect, got his own miss for the second time in this game, and it leads to a foul, and he's going to go to the line for a pair.
Well, one thing we've seen, Sloan's pretty good at following his shot. That's twice now. He missed a shot and followed it right back up. He's doing a heck of a job on the board. He's got 4 rebounds for him.
4 rebounds, just 2 points so far. For a guy who came into this game, he was averaging 26 points per game in his last 2, including tying a career high with 27 Colts Neck's last time out against Homedale last Friday.
Well, going by your stats, Colts Neck wants him to score 19.
That's exactly right. They struggle when he scores 20 or more. He averages 18, and he's up to 4 right now. And that gives him 510 career points just as a sophomore, so 1,000 for him, well within reach, perhaps as early as next season. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars, on top by 3. Nice cut by Dormerville, but a charge, and it's going the other way.
That's 2 on Dormerville. Things not going right for Nottingham right now. Haven't had a basket in a long time.
and a team that is looking to get to that 55-point mark. When they score 55 or more, they're 10-1, 6-9 when held under that mark. Talked about how 55 points, that might be the breaking point for Nottingham if they want to.
Well, that's what Nottingham averages.
Yeah, they average 55.5 a game, and if they want to feel like they're in good position to win this one, 55 is probably a good benchmark. Good ball movement by the Cougars. Good ball movement, but they're not really getting anybody open.
Yeah, they're not. They're just really kind of passing it back and forth.
This is the senior Liam Kalora and a triple team. Finds Sloan too strong on the triple.
Yeah, they do a good job getting him open, reversing the ball, and just couldn't hit it. He gets that ball, he releases quick.
Thomas Coleman in for the first time for Nottingham. He's seen his playing time kind of diminish over the final few weeks of the regular season.
Yeah, he can fill it up though if he gets hot. So can that guy if he can make it.
Yeah, Roberts off on that 3 attempt. Nottingham still ice cold, and Nate Sloan goes coast to coast for the layup. Sloan has half of his team's points. Nottingham needs a basket, and James Rumpf provides it.
Well, they needed that big time.
Rumpf, who's been struggling as of late after a stretch where he was playing real well. He averaged 9.3 points a game in a 4-game stretch and followed that up with just 4 a game in his last 3. He's already got 4 early on in this one. Sloan finds Kalora, steps in, can't hit it, rebound hauled in by Roberts, and then a foul called. And they're going to get Matt Clark, the senior guard, off the bench.
Well, Dylan Younger got that second foul with 2.5 minutes ago in the first quarter. They kept him in, and he's done a good job of not picking up that third. That was the first foul for Kalura.
Roberts at the controls, finds Rumpf. Wanted to give it to Coleman, was able to get it to him. Coleman slices towards the hoop and tried to bank it in, but it was too strong. Rebound jostled 4 on the ground. We've got a jump ball, and possession is in favor of the Cougars.
Matt Clark grabbing that ball.
And Steve Jannerone going to go a little deeper into his bench. He's going to bring on the 6'1 junior guard Devin Carletta for the first time. Just his 13th appearance of the season, averaging under a point per game.
Yeah, looking at their stats, it doesn't look like they go too deep, maybe 7, 8 deep. But, you know, a lot of high school teams are like that. Except we're used to seeing Trenton where he brings in 4 different guys every night.
Yeah, we're used to seeing deep rotations at Trenton High. We're going to have that game for you, their game against Montgomery tomorrow afternoon, and score 2 more for Dylan Younger. It feels like he's been all over the place. That was his first field goal of the game.
Yeah.
Nearly halfway through the second quarter. Harry Bissett, tough shot. Got his own miss. Again, no. And it's Kalora to settle it down for Colts Neck. You could feel the Cougars just playing this game at their pace, really controlling the action right now.
Yep. Yep, just doing what they need to do. I mean, they've done exactly what they want to do so far. After that one little opening binge by Nottingham, they've taken charge.
Just trying to work it into a position where they feel like they can get their shot. Bain thought about it, then got doubled. Sloan, he'll fire, he'll connect. Nate Sloan heating up, he's got 9, and a timeout called by Chris Raba.
And a needed timeout for sure. Sloan, there it is again. They get him the ball, and boom, he can get it off quick. You don't have any time to close on him once he gets that ball in his hands.
Little over 3:20 to go, second quarter. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars, on top 17-9. And I'll let you know that over 1,400 tariff-free cars are ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. They've got Konas, Palisades, Tucsons, Santa Fe's, and Elantras all priced for immediate sale. Now is the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And 2026 is here, and just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packages are on sale now for the 2026 season. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Nottingham really's got to start making some bad. They're 4 for 14 now from the field.
And right now it's an 11-2 run for Colts Neck. Northstars looking for an answer. Who do they go to? Try to close out this first half on a run. Bissett directs traffic. Rumpf. Roberts. A lot of one-on-one play for the Northstars, and Sloan was there to say no, but it works basically as an assist as James Rumpf polishes it off.
Yeah, that was fortuitous there for Nottingham. Went right to Rumpf after getting it smacked away by Sloan.
Rumpf has 6 of his team's 11. Nottingham a little more aggressive on this half-court defense, but a 3 gets buried by Carletta. He averages 0.8 points per game, and he just drilled a corner triple here in the first round of the sectional tournament.
Well, state tournament, man, people have to step up. You can't just, you want to rely on your big stars, but you need other people to step up in these games, and Carletta just did it.
Coleman forces it up, no. Rebound into the hands of Kalora. Here comes Bain, Euro steps, reverse. Rebound Carletta. Kalora, he's gonna try to pull it back out. Sloan contested 3, too strong, rebound Roberts. He wants to push. The sophomore head up, looking to go all by himself and can't swirl it down. A game that's had such a slow pace just picked up for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see Colts Neck now. They'll just, okay, let's take it easy.
Into the corner, Kalura. Rebound on the ground, who wants it? Roberts has it. He gets tied up, it's a jump ball. Possession this time with Nottingham. This Fish, of course, a matchup of 2 very successful head coaches. Steve Jannerone, the reigning boys basketball coach of the year in New Jersey, and Chris Raba, nearing 400 career wins, this being his 14th season here inside the Galaxy.
We know all about Raba. One of the great coaches ever come through this county.
Nottingham looking to close this first half strong, facing their largest deficit right now at 9. Gabe Bittner into the game for the first time. He's kind of a guy that Rob has gone to when he's been looking for a spark this season. Colts Neck not really allowing much penetration, and when they have, it's been into double teams down low.
Yeah, I mean, Nottingham, when they have gotten inside, they've gotten inside a few times, but they've been contested or had to alter their shots.
So far, the ball hasn't left the three-point arc on this possession, which is 40 seconds old. Vasquez hands off Rumpf. Bissett, he'll fire a deep 2, and he got it.
Well, that was a good set for Nottingham. They needed a bucket. Didn't matter how long it took them to get it. Waited till they got the good shot, and Bissett, perfect form.
Colts Neck in all likelihood going to hold for 1 here. Although Matt Clark loses it, he got the ball in a tough spot that time, and now the North Stars with 6.4 seconds to work. And if they can get a bucket here, they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves going into halftime.
Absolutely. That's just the first turnover for Colts Neck in this quarter. Great job. They had 5 in the first quarter. Did a great job of just keeping the ball and moving the ball. All right, there's the guy you want with the ball in his hands.
This set, he's got 6 so far. Cox, he was out of bounds, and they say he was out before the expiration of the clock, although I think they're just going to send the 2 teams back to the locker rooms. Well, we're getting what we expected so far. Low-scoring first half of basketball. 20-13, Colts Neck, the number 9 seed, and the reigning Group 3 champs on top by 7 as we hit the break. Back after this with a Nottingham Colts Neck edition of the Fish Stats, as well as the third quarter of action on the other side. Back after this from the Galaxy on WBCB.
Hello, my name's Jeff Martin. I'm the proud mayor of Hamilton Township. I'm here today at halftime to talk to you about our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter and how we need your help to clear the shelter. Right now, we have dogs, we have cats, but we are over our capacity at the shelter, and we need your help to help these animals find their forever home and join a loving family. There are a variety of ways that you can help. Obviously, the biggest is adopting. So whether you're looking for a big or small dog, a young or old cat, we likely have what would fit you and your family's needs at our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. If you can't adopt right now, maybe you can consider fostering. Fostering is a great opportunity to help an animal get out of the shelter, to start to get accustomed to living with a family, and I promise you, you're going to fall in love with it. But if you don't eventually adopt, it puts that animal in a great position to be adopted by somebody else. If you can't adopt and you can't foster, look to volunteer. So many of these animals just need some love and attention, and to know that they are loved so they can have success at their next forever home. We have information at our website if you want to adopt, if you want to foster, if you want to volunteer. Google Hamilton Township Animal Shelter and it'll be one of the first things that pops up. If you want to go and talk to somebody in person, our Hamilton Township Animal Shelter is at 2100 Sylvan Avenue, located right next to our Department of Public Works. If you want to talk to somebody in person, you can call 609-890-3550. So remember, adopt, foster, volunteer, and if none of those are good for you, we know time is valuable, even just donating money, which allows us to buy maybe some extra toys to get the animals having some fun while they're in the shelter. Donating food or blankets, any number of things that can be donated. We have the list again on our website. So again, we need your help to help the animals. And I know you've got it in you. I know you have a warm heart for our animals here at the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. So I hope either can adopt, foster, volunteer, or donate. You take some time and help us out to help these animals out. I hope you're enjoying the game. I hope to see you around soon. And thank you for your help.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square. Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Here at halftime in the Central Jersey Group 3 first round, the 9-8 matchup is a very low-scoring affair through the first 16 minutes. The reigning Group 3 champions, the Colts Neck Cougars, leading Nottingham 20-13. And Fish, for Colts Neck, it was Nate Sloan, and then that was about it. And for Nottingham, not a whole lot to talk about in terms of the Fish stats.
Yeah, even less. Actually, it was Nate Sloan with 9, but they're at least got other people chipping in. Aiden Bain with 3, Dylan Younger with 3, Devin Carletta with 3, and Andrew Tomakovich with 2. So they're getting scoring from other guys besides their big guy. They're shooting 7 for 20 from the field, 3 for 4 from the line, 6 turnovers for the game. Nottingham got to get some more score from some other people. James Rump with 6, Harry Bissett with 6, Chris Dormerville with 1. Northstars shooting just 6 for 19 from the field, 1 for 2 from the line, 6 turnovers for the Northstars as well, and Colts with a 16-9 rebounding advantage. So Nottingham's got to do something. They got to get, when they've been missing a lot of shots, and when they're missing them, they're not getting any putbacks. It's pretty much been one and done, and we've seen Colts get a few putbacks. So Nottingham really has to get on the boards a little bit more, and I think they have to. When they were playing man-to-man, they that's when they got that 4-0 lead. Then they went to zone, and Colts started slowing it down more. And I never want to second-guess Chris Raba because he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't know. I just wonder if man-to-man might be a little better to try to force them to, into a little bit quicker pace.
We'll see how the pace goes in this second half. It was, of course, very slow in the first, and Dylan Younger just 10 seconds in. He's got the scoring unlocked here in half number 2. He's up to 5. These are two teams that have enjoyed a lot of first-round success over the years. Colts has won 3 straight sectional first-round games. Nottingham 6 in a row, so something's got to give, and that's Liam Cox getting his first 2 points of the night.
Liam Cox coming right back quick. And Cox has gotten inside a few times, but layups have bounced off or rolled off.
Now, Liam Cox is a guy who's been struggling recently, just 5.6 points a game in his last 5. That was after a 10-game stretch where he was averaging nearly 13 a night. And with that made basket right there, he's now 10 points away from 500 on his career, as Nate Sloan, a guy already over 500 points as a sophomore, comes up empty. Rebound Tomkovich. Younger, the fake, the step back. And the rebound goes to Sloan, a third chance. And he'll go to the line for 2. And these offensive rebounds are starting to become a major factor for Colts Neck. Yeah,
that's. I mean, Nottingham, they're not gonna come close if they don't start getting the boards. This has not been good for Nottingham. I mean, they're not a great rebounding team to begin with, but you can't get clobbered on the boards.
Yeah, they're a team that averages just 24.6 rebounds per game, which, if you're wondering if that's a lot, it's not. That's an average of about 6 rebounds every quarter, which is then less than 1 a minute.
What does Colts Neck average? Do you have that?
We don't have Colts Neck. They kind of had incomplete stats.
Yeah, I noticed that. They only had 22 games, right? And they played 24. And some of the things, yeah. But
this is Dormerville on the drive, and now he's going to step to the stripe. If you want a comparison, Fish, of course, me and you were very used to calling Trenton high games this season. Trenton averages 34 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
When you're down like this in a state tournament game, free throws can become very important, and Dormerville strokes the first.
Tomkovich pick up that foul, his first.
Dormerville, he's a guy getting to the free throw line a lot recently. Filling up the stat sheet this season, averaging 7 points, a little over 4 rebounds, and a little over 3.5 assists per game. 1 for 2 at the line, offensive rebound, Vasquez. Bissett, bullseye.
Well, that's what Nottingham has to do.
That becomes a 4-point possession for the Northstars, and in the blink of an eye, they're within 5.
Yeah, let's see if that little sequence sparks them a little bit.
And Harry Bissett's a guy who could change the scoreboard rather quickly with how he could fill it up from deep. Sloan in a triple team. Out to Bain. Way too strong. It's an air ball. Rebound out of bounds. And it was off the chest of Liam Cox. Chris Raba not very happy over on that Nottingham sideline. Cox was just trying to box out Tomkovich, and in doing so, knocked it out of bounds. Sloan in attack mode lays it home.
That was a nice job by Sloan right there.
26-19 your score. The Cougars on top. Dormerville all out of control, and he'll pretend that that was a pass because Liam Cox is able to finish it off. All of a sudden, the scoring has picked up.
Yeah. And that's good for Nottingham.
Yeah, they scored just 13 points the entire first half, and they've got 8 in the first 2.5 minutes here in the second half.
I mean, you know, it means it's getting them more at their pace that they want. But now Colts Neck says, all right, we're going back to our pace.
Sloan to Bain. Cha-ching! The pace worked out for Colts Neck right there. Aiden Bain with his second three-pointer of the night.
Yeah, these guys, they don't have a whole heck of a lot of threes.
Dormerville, the southpaw, couldn't hit it. Rebound loose, taken by Younger. He's got no numbers. He'll wait for some help. Bain, straight on this time. You bet! Aiden Bain fired up. Back-to-back triples for the senior, and a timeout called by Nottingham.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be fired up? Bank 2 in a row like that, put your team up by double figures, biggest lead of the game with 4:46 to go, and Aiden Bain, everybody chipping in now.
He averages 4 points per game, and he's already got 9. And I'll let you know that the Hamilton Township Division of Health is offering a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everybody to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or an pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can find out more by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health.
You know, another thing with this man-to-man defense, Colts Neck's doing a great job of holding Nottingham, not shooting, not making threes. Nottingham's got, I think, they have 1 3, Harry Bissett. Nottingham has like 130 threes. Colts Neck has about 70 some, and yet Colts Neck has 5 threes tonight. Nottingham has 1.
And Nottingham, right after they got it to within 5, Aiden Bain extends the lead back up to 11. Now the Northstars need an answer. Quayshawn Roberts can't provide it. He's still scoreless. Rebound Rumpf, tough fadeaway, and Younger corrals the board. Colts Neck feeling good on top by 11.
Yeah.
Bain has been the man. Defers off to Younger, he'll slow it down.
You see them get this lead up anymore, you might really see them go into a stall. I mean, they'll take the shot if it's there, but.
Younger dancing. Bain, you know he wants to shoot it. Bissett with a good closeout.
Well, that's good discipline. You know, you made a few, you might want to force it. You don't see these guys force many shots.
That one was, I think, partially blocked. Here's a 3 from Kalora off the heel. Rebound fought for, and it rolls right to Dylan Younger. And then they call Rumpf for the blocking foul, and Colts Neck is starting to get all the bounces.
Yep. Well, sometimes you make your own breaks. First foul on Rumpf.
3:35 to play in the third. The reigning Group 3 champions looking to advance to the quarterfinals. Winner of this gets either Lawrence, the 1 seed, or Steiner, the 16 seed, if they could pull off a major upset.
Oh, that would be major. That would be
talk of the town major.
That would be talk of the state.
Good for Steiner, though, just getting back into this tournament.
Yes.
Sloan rattled it out. Rumpf has the rebound, a much-needed rebound for the North Stars. And then he gets fouled right in front of that Nottingham bench.
Yeah, getting more wins than they've had in a few years and getting back in the States. I mean, you got to take baby steps. Paul Catania, and, you know, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, all 3 of the Hamilton schools improving from year to year, from last season to this season. Nottingham and Steiner, neither of them made the tournament last year. They both qualify this season. Hamilton West, with some more experience, had a pretty good year, all things considered for them, as Roberts was all out of control that time. Now he's caught behind the play. Sloan, bingo! The Cougars are on fire from deep here in the third. And Nate Sloan, after a quiet start, he's already got 16. Calora with the steal. He's going to solo.
Wow.
Timeout, Chris Raba. And the Cougars have some separation on top, 37-21.
But you don't see Nottingham fall behind by this much in these kind of games. The one I can really remember is when they had a big lead against Allentown about 4 or 5 years ago, and then Allentown came back and actually blew them out. It was one of the biggest swings you'd ever see, but this is not a typical Nottingham home tournament game. Go ahead, do your read.
Well, the Cougars, just to put a bow on that, the Cougars, they now have runs of 11-2 and 11-0 in this game. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, there's already been a lot of it so far. You can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And 2026 is here, and just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships, as well as multi-game packs, are on sale now for the 2026 season.
Yeah, you hit a few threes in a row, and that'll get you a run, that's for sure. 3 threes and a 2-pointer in this run for 11 straight. Listen, Chris Raba, this is not a surprise to Chris Raba. He said they're going to have to play one of their best games of the year. So he knew. It wasn't like he thought, oh, we're going to beat these guys.
Still time, but Nottingham needs some buckets. Dormerville got it, and the foul, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Nottingham.
Yeah, but, now you got to get some stops. You need to start, a run has to start with a bucket, but it has to keep going with some stops.
Chris Dormerville, he's got 4 so far. He finds himself at the free throw line again, and that one pops out, and then last off of Tomkovich, and it's going to stay right here with Nottingham.
Nottingham got a 4-point sequence before on a missed foul shot. They would love to do it again.
A little interesting, though, that Harry Bissett isn't in the game right now, their best 3-point shooter.
Yep.
And not just their best 3-point shooter, but one of the tops in this conference.
Right. Yeah, he's got, I think, 65?
65 with the 2 today, as we're going to get a foul called. Thomas Coleman was the one who was fouled. And that's going to be the 4th against Coltsneck this quarter, so it's going to put the Cougars at the limit for the final 158.
Is that on Calora?
That's what the scoreboard shows, and that's his 4th foul.
4th, yeah.
Roberts off to Rumpf, and now back to the sophomore, Quayshawn Roberts, who's been playing real well recently. Say that 5 times fast.
No thanks.
Still scoreless in this one.
Ooh,
and he walked.
Yeah. Yep.
He forgot to put the basketball on the floor, and it's going the other way.
Exactly. Well, if you're Nottingham, you got to keep in the back of your mind what you did against Hamilton West in that CVCT game. 22 down, 5 minutes to go, but that doesn't happen a lot. You got to get back in this quicker than that.
Devin Carletta back into the game. He dropped in a 3 back in the first half. And Coltsneck, they haven't been in any particular hurry all game, but especially right now, leading by 14 late in the 3rd. Younger, turbocharged to the hole. He's fouled.
Yeah, just really, the way they run their sets, you look at them and it looks like maybe they're going to take the air out of it a little bit. Younger just waits, and they, somehow they open up the lane. They get everybody out of the lane, and Younger just goes up the lane.
Yeah, Coltsneck doing a real nice job, perhaps just lulling the Northstars to sleep. And then all of a sudden, it's 0-60.
Yeah.
Dylan Younger, he's a guy who last season, he wasn't scoring a whole lot on this team's title run. He goes 1 for 2 here, but he averaged 6.3 rebounds a game in that tournament, 4 assists per game, contributing in other ways. And Now today, just 6 points, but he's been the man at the controls for this squad.
You know, I find it ironic because with that facial hair, Younger looks older. I've been waiting to say that all night.
You had that in your back pocket since you walked into the building.
You happy I got that out of my system?
I am. As long as you're happy, Fish, I'm happy.
Not really.
Coleman from beyond the arc, left it short. Rebound Roberts. Mercerville, head fake, hop step, too strong off glass, and Younger has another rebound. Sloan head up, little too fancy dribbling that time. Ball is loose, who wants it? If it's a jump ball, it's going to Nottingham, and that's the call.
All right, that's just the first turnover. Man, after those 5 first quarter turnovers, 1 in the second and 1 in the third for Colts Neck. They have played a really, really solid game.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot this season at the high school level, right? Oftentimes, if you hold on to the basketball and don't give it away, you're going to win.
Yep. Yeah, I got to tell you something. Remind me to tell you what Connor Hayes was talking about after the Trenton game.
That one high off the rim, no from Roberts. Nearly gave it away, did Sloan. And they say Coleman the last to touch that for Nottingham. So Colts Neck keeps possession with 10 seconds left.
Connor Hayes said after Trenton, you know, you can play all the tough competition you want, but this shore conference, these shore conference teams, they're hard-nosed and they're physical. They're not like the teams you see in the CVC. So you're trying to adjust to a whole different style of play.
Here's a pull-up from Clark, too strong, and then Cox was the last to touch it. And Colts Neck's going to be left with 1.3 seconds, and I guess I no longer have to remind you to tell me that.
No, you don't. But, I mean, and that was a good point. You know, you can play some really good teams that like to push it and run, but then you're going to come up against this kind of team that just likes to, you know, bruise you on the boards, and look at this.
Sloan got it off in time, and that'll do it. The Cougars pulling away in the third on top 38-23. They outscore Nottingham 18-10 in the frame. Fourth quarter of action on the other side here on WBCB.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton
Because my
Square.
friends are at Iona calling the Rider game.
I'm missing 2 points. What do you got? I got Rump with 6. Bissett.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you.
Fourth quarter of action underway here from Nottingham. Here in the Central Jersey Group 3 opening round. Winner to the quarterfinals, they'll play either Lawrence or Steinert. And it's Colts Neck on top by 15 with possession to begin the final frame. The reigning Group 3 title winners. It was their first Group 3 championship in their program history, and just their second Central Jersey title last season. As the 9 seed, they've done a good job coming into this building, controlling the pace.
Yes, absolutely.
Looking to finish it off here in the fourth. Of course, Nottingham, they were the comeback kids in the first round of the CVC tournament.
Yeah, and you know Steve Janarone is telling his team that too.
Came back from a 22-point deficit in about 5 minutes against Hamilton West.
This team, I think, looks a little too disciplined to get that rattled.
Younger all the way, denied by Liam Cox. And then Rumpf banked it off of Aiden Bain. And it'll belong to the Northstars as Liam Cox just wiped that one away.
Yeah. Well, Nottingham's got a lot of heavy lifting to do here. 7 minutes to make up 15 points. He got to start hitting some threes.
The set, their top 3-point shooter, still on the bench. Rumpf drives, floats, and got it. Big game for James Rumpf. He's up to 8, which is about his average, but considering that he had been struggling recently, as Sloan just got pushed in the back that time, I think he wants a little more than a common foul.
Yeah, he's crossing his arms.
We'll get the call on Dormerville, and that'll be his 3rd.
Dormerville did kind of go after him pretty quick.
Nate Sloan will toe the stripe. 16 points for the 6'4" sophomore. Talked about how he's going to be nearing 1,000 next season. If you're wondering if he's going to be nearing their program's all-time record, he will not be. That is held by 2016 grad Pat Andre, who scored 1,984 points and then went on to play at North Carolina State for 4 years. So Nate Sloan, not necessarily a threat to that, but certainly going to hit 1,000 points, assuming he stays healthy over his final 2 years.
There's a Pat Andre at CBA that's the leading scorer, too.
Apparently, if your name is Pat Andre, you have good basketball genetics.
Yeah.
Colts Neck on top, 14. And a foul is called out near the timeline. They're going to get Matt Clark for that one.
Pat Andre's brother, Connor Andre, winning the Shore Conference title, tournament title with CBA this year. Their first time they did that in 16 years, so Andre's all around.
Bissett back into the game, so Nottingham's top 3-point shooter back on the floor. Final 6:15 in this first round matchup. This is Dormerville, uses the screen and back out. Northstars got to pick up the pace a little bit. Rumpf recognizes that, gets inside and gets fouled. James Rumpf kind of looking to take matters into his own hands here in the second half.
Yep. Got 8 points so far. To 7-9, they lead the Stars.
Now Rumpf, if he's able to hit this free throw, it'll be his 6th game in double figures this season. He did it in the first 2 games of the year, but only 3 times since, and make it 4. Rumpf up to 10. He's the first North Star into double figures. The deficit is 12. They come with the press and they break it easily, does Colts Neck. Kalora underneath, Tomkovich. Kalora was in the right spot that time, nearly gave it away, got it on back. Colts Neck needs a reset and they've gotten it.
Yeah, they don't panic. I mean, they're a little bit of a ball rolling around there and they just hold on and start all over again. Is that a block?
I think he just missed that. Sloan was kind of operating in slow motion on that drive. Here comes Dormerville right to the rack. That one was swatted by Sloan.
Nottingham just cannot get a run.
And Steve Jannerone is going to use a timeout. 5:16 to go, 4th quarter. Colts Neck on top, 39-27. And I'll let you know that today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Colts Neck looking to advance to the quarterfinals. for the 4th consecutive time that they have been in this tournament. This would also be their first road win in that time frame in the first round. Their previous 3 wins all coming at home.
And Nottingham back in man. Got to do something. You can't just let them pass the ball against the zone.
This is Bain, who drilled a pair of big-time triples in that 3rd quarter.
Yes. Yeah, he really helped get that kind of a big-time run to blow this thing open. Nottingham can get down and get a stop, get a 3, and make it get it under double figures. But these guys, they're happy to just work the ball around.
This possession is nearing 50 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive.
Younger got around his man. Tomkovich, now Sloan. Bleeding time off the clock.
Not even looking at the basket.
Bain, the cut, the kick. Tomkovich back out to Younger.
Nottingham can just chase. I mean,
Ooh, Younger looked like he went into the backcourt that time. The official was right there, however, didn't blow the whistle. Tomkovich thought about it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's a shooter from there or not.
They're going to get a foul called now. It's almost impossible to defend that long without fouling.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was basically a matter of when they're going to foul. Just a very disciplined, very, very calm team. Oh.
Yeah, they forgot about Nate Sloan in the corner there. He was all alone and couldn't hit it. Coleman, too strong on the 3. Sloan the rebound, and a foul is called. Liam Cox wanted a jump ball, but he gets whistled for the foul.
Well, I'll tell you what, since Nottingham got the first 2 buckets of this game, they have not had a sequence of where they've had 2 straight scoring, either a basket or foul shots. They have not had a run, period. It's been 2 points.
And they got to give credit, right? This Colts Neck defense has been suffocating.
Actually, they had a foul shot and then a missed foul shot, and they got a 3 on it, or a 3-pointer, and that was it. 4 points. Oh yeah, you got to give Colts Neck all the credit in the world.
Yeah, the Cougars have come in and they've really controlled this thing basically from the opening tip.
I mean, yeah, Nottingham.
There you go. Rumpf nearly came up with the steal. Ball loose on the floor. Rumpf is down. Colts Neck comes away with it, but Rumpf is hurt back behind the play.
But they had a 2-on-1 and they didn't. Oh
man, Sloan now has missed a pair of open shots, and the official has to stop play now. Rumpf, while fighting for the basketball, he grabbed his lower right leg. And he's still down. Final 2:44 of this one. Colts Neck on top by 12. We're going to step aside and be back after this here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Back to action here from Nottingham. James Rumpf, who went down before we went to break, was able to make his way over to the bench, however gingerly, and they're working on his lower right leg right now.
Yeah, we're kind of thinking it might be a cramp in his calf.
Bissett, they need it. They got it. Harry Bissett, bingo from long range. And a quick timeout called by Chris Raba as the deficit is down to 9.
And that's the first 5-0 run they've had in this game.
Bissett drills his third triple of the afternoon, and I'll let you know that today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Well, Fish, Nottingham, they're a team that can get back into this game with how they can shoot the threes, but their defense has to start giving their offense opportunities to be able to tee up those threes, and they got to force Colts Neck into some quicker possessions, try to speed them up.
Right, or get some turnovers. I mean, they got to get over-aggressive now on defense. They can't just lay back and everything. They got to go for steals. And, you know, if they foul, they foul. You got to put them to the line and make them make their foul shots. But I have a sneaky suspicion this team probably hit its foul shots.
They're disciplined in every other aspect. Man, great job to split the double, and how about that passing play? Nate Sloan all alone, and he's up to 19.
And that's the other thing, you know, you double guys and they find the open guy.
Darlin Antoine into the game for the first time, way off right there. And he'll pretend that that was a pass because Liam Cox ends up with the orb and then gets fouled. Liam Cox, the 6'4" senior, hoping that this will not be his final game, averaging just under 10 points per game this season. He's 8 away from 500, so for him to get there, Nottingham would, first of all, need this comeback.
Well, win or lose this game, he's got a heck of a future with that 3.9 grade point average.
He goes 0 for 2 at the line, however, and then commits the quick foul.
Nate Sloan with a double-double. 19 points, 11 rebounds.
They go into Younger, and Nottingham's going to commit the foul. And that'll put them over the limit, and it's going to send Dylan Younger to the line. Colts Neck's going to be shooting free throws from here on out, and as long as they stay true to their form at the free throw line, they're going to be able to get out of here and move on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 6 for 8 so far tonight. 4 fouls on Liam Cox. I tell you, right now, I mean, Nottingham still has a chance, but you look at this game, and Colts Neck has done exactly what it has wanted to do. Everywhere. It's controlled the pace. It has not let Nottingham shoot three-pointers. I mean, you said Bissett had 3 threes. I only have him for 2.
I might have given him an extra one.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get to at least 3 if Nottingham wants to come back, as Younger goes 2 for 2 at the line. Don't count this shot, as we've got a foul on the floor going against Colts Neck, and if it's against Kalora, that's going to be his 5th, and they call it against Younger, so it's just his 3rd.
Younger, yeah, got his 2nd with 2.5 to go in the first quarter, and then we get another one now till right now.
It's very disciplined basketball from the senior. The championship pedigree, right? This team won the state title last year.
This whole team.
Coleman comes up empty. Rebound batted into the hands of Robert. Can't float it home. Ball into the corner. And it's going to stay right here with the Northstars.
Just a tough shooting night for Nottingham. Tough everything. I mean, Colts Neck hasn't been shooting the lights out. They were, after 3 quarters, they were only 13 for 34. But their defense has been outstanding.
Coleman was able to get right to the hoop that time for 2. Roberts nearly had the steal. Instead, Colts Neck's going to be able to slow this down until the foul. Yeah. And there it is. Antoine fouls Sloan.
It must be nice to be Steve Jannerone and have Nate Sloan for another 2 years.
Well, if he hits a free throw here, he's going to get to that 20-point mark, which actually hasn't yielded much success for his squad this season, like we detailed earlier in this game.
Right.
And he knocks it down, so Sloan's up to 20, although this one feels pretty safe for his team.
Yeah, I would think so at this point.
20 of his team's 44 tonight. For the sophomore, Nate Sloan.
Well, Robert called him a beast. He was right.
1 for 2 that time. They get the offensive rebound. He's had some bad bounces, I'll tell you what, in this second half, though. He's got 20. He easily could have had like 26 or 27. Dormerville just hoists and doesn't get it. And another foul committed by Antoine. And the Cougars, they're going to be advancing to yet another Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinal. They're going to meet either Steiner or Lawrence on Monday. And I'll tell you what, Fish, assuming Lawrence takes care of business, I don't think Colts Neck is the team they wanted to see in the quarterfinals.
No, that'll be an interesting game. I'm sure Jeff Molinelli will be calling Chris Robb up for scouting report. But yeah, you got the athletic kind of, team that can go up the court against this kind of team, and that'll be a fun game to watch.
We saw last season the 9 seed upset the number 1 seed in this bracket. That was Freehold Borough taking down Red Bank Regional. And Colts Neck's going to be looking for some more of that magic. Sloan will check out. He'll get a much-deserved 65 seconds of rest.
Well, this has just been a gradual grind it down. Colts Neck just basically grinded Nottingham down tonight. It was 8-7 after 1 quarter, 20-13 at the half, and then that big 11-0 run in the 3rd quarter to make it 37-21, and Nottingham really never had an answer.
Nate Sloan's period of rest actually lasted only 11 seconds as he's back into the game. And yeah, Nottingham, they came out of the gates, they scored the first 4 points, and then they were able to go on a little bit of a run to start the 3rd quarter, but that was really it. Antoine No got the miss out to Bissett, and now Roberts down to 48 seconds. Open 3 in the corner, another air ball from Antoine. Sloan, who else with the rebound?
Yeah, give him 14.
Man, 22 and 14 for the sophomore in this state tournament game.
Not bad.
And he gets fouled, and now he's going to go to the line for 2, and he's egging on the Nottingham student section a little bit.
Youthful exuberance.
Well, he played last season with his brother as the team leader, and he was a factor on that team. Of course, not as big as a factor as he is this year, but got a chance as a freshman to go win a state title, and now as a sophomore leading the team. You got to believe he probably learned a lot from his older bro.
Yeah, you would think so. And, these guys, you can't sell short playing in those pressure games that these guys played in last year. That can make a huge difference.
Nottingham goes over and back, and that's going to really just about do it. 48-32, 31 seconds to go.
Yeah, I would think they're going to just run the clock, and I would imagine Nottingham's going to let them.
And Nate Sloan, his 24 points, 14 rebounds. He's going to be our player of the game. We'll get a chance to talk to him shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast and have that interview for you on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. This Fish, after yesterday, now knows we have Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to come early tomorrow so you can hook me up with that at Montgomery.
Yeah, we'll have the call for Trenton Montgomery in the Central Jersey 4 quarterfinals tomorrow on the air at about 12:50.
Tomorrow will be our 2nd straight Central Jersey defending champion. Montgomery winning it last year, and obviously Colts Neck winning it last year.
And then, of course, make sure you keep it tuned to WBCB tonight, because Mike Warren, he's got the call of Brick Township and Ewing in the 3-14 game in this bracket, coming up at about 7 o'clock. You can head right over to that game right when we're done with these final 9 seconds here in this one. I know that's what I'm going to do.
Not me. I have to write a story.
You can multitask, right? You could watch a game and write a story. Mercer County Hall of Famer.
No.
A one-tab browser is Rich Fisher.
I am easily distracted.
Sloan 1 for 2. He's going to finish this game 2 points shy of his career high. As the Colts net Cougars, the reigning Group 3 champions, show off that championship pedigree in this one. They come into Nottingham and they dominate. 49-32 is your final, and they're going to meet either Lawrence or Steinert on Monday. Big game from Nate Sloan, 25 points, 14 rebounds. He'll be our player of the game. Again, you can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. And tonight's game was brought to you by the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the New Jersey Education Association, Kessel Dermatology, Haldeman Ford, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, and the Hamilton Township Education Association. One final time here from Nottingham for the entire crew, from our broadcast partner Rich Fisher, for our producer Brianne O'Neill, and our cameraman Gus the Bus Barber. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.